A good afternoon and welcome out to Cougar Field on the campus of Columbus State University. It is Friday the 13th. A scary time here in 2020, but guess what? It's going to be a fun time here at the field. We got our Lady Cougars out there. It's a red versus blue scrimmage, and it's about to go down. We welcome those who have joined us here on Cougar Sports TV. I'm Corey Aldis, excited as always to be here, and couldn't be more pumped for some softball action happening here at Cougar Field. A little fall World Series that we're about to get underway, and there has been a lot of trash talk between these two sides as Harley Dawson is inside the circle and sends the first pitch in for a called strike. All right, so we're going to start things off with Dawson inside the circle for Team Red and the power-hitting Hannah Rose Corbin up at the plate. Sophomore from Clanton, Alabama, looking to get Team Blue started off on the right foot. Well, we should have some fun here this afternoon between these two sides that have been going at each other all fall as Hannah Rose grounds one towards first base, and, well, she's going to step on first base safely as she legs out an infield single. Great to see Hannah Rose Corbin back at full strength for Columbus State. One of the best players on this entire squad. Feared hitter at the plate and also fearsome inside the circle, which I'm sure you will see her later on this afternoon inside the circle. I didn't get the 4-1-1 on who's starting and what route some of these teams are taking with their pitchers, as you see the out made there over at second base. We'll have to take a look and figure out if Hannah Rose Corbin starting for Team Blue. One down here. We'll give you the scoop as far as some of the rules and regulations that these teams have rolled out with here for this fall series. That pitch inside called for a ball. No score bug here on the broadcast, but don't worry, that's what I'm here for. I'll help you all out, keep track of everything. We're just getting started. We are playing 7 innings for this game, so keep that in mind. A 7-inning game on deck for us here this afternoon. Two and one the count. Runner over on first base. That one grounded up the middle. A chance here to at least get the out at second, but it hops up there on the infield. It's going to put runners on first and second. Not what Team Brock and Glover wanted to see there. So Elston over at second, Harris at first, and we got KR at the plate. It's always good to see Kirsten Reynolds back here for the Cougars, the junior from right across the way over in Phoenix City. Watched her in BP. She was mashing some out of here. Had a good, she just a little early on that one, turned on it there. Got a home plate umpire here at Cougar Field, our only umpire for the afternoon. But, hey, that's all you need, right? Just one umpire. We got Coach H up here in the press box with us as well. I was trying to get him to hop on the mic. You know, maybe at some point we'll get him to come on for a little bit here this afternoon. Different area for him to be in, not down there on the field. Our assistants and grad assistants down there coaching these two sides. We should have put them in separate dugouts. I feel like there might be some animosity as they are all congregated together. 1-2 the count, one down. Runners on first and second. A couple of our baseball players in attendance as well here at Cougar Field. Baseball team just wrapped up their Fall World Series. See our catcher Robert Brooks down there. Speaking of hitting home runs, as KR looks at a called third strike on the outside, Brooks smashed 5 home runs in 6 games in their Fall World Series. The dude was just obliterating the ball out of the park. 2 outs, Team Blue trying to open up the scoring here in the top of the first inning. Paige Vincent next up as Harley Dawson tries to get out of a jam, and she bloops one just over the second baseman's glove. They're going to wave Elston home. She's going to slide in and get there safely. Ooh, boy. I thought that was close. It looked like Dodson was there with the tag as Elston tried to go around her. Oh, home plate umpire, he was right there for the call. Couldn't have had a better view of the play at the plate. And then the umpire, and he called her safe. So Team Blue on the board first, 1-0. It's a good piece of hitting, though, by Paige Vincent. Blooping one into right field. Just over the glove there of Duncan. 1-1 the count, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Dawson's pitch, 2-1. Well, Paige Vincent really started to come into her own last season. It was exciting to see her turn a little bit of a corner. Hit .377 for CSU before the season got canceled. That pitch is high, 3-1 the count. We got the bases loaded here with 2 outs. A swing and a miss there. Got Caitlin Cooper up at the plate. Nice spot to be in here with the bases loaded. Well, the last thing you want to see is a big lead to start the game if you're Team Red. And that's a big lead against you as Harley Dawson trying to get out of this jam. Counts 0-2. We got our scoreboard keeper up here. Our athletic trainer is having a heck of a time up here counting balls and strikes. I believe the count's 1-2, not 2-1. Oh, the umpire saying 2-1. But no one knows what the count is. That's a swing and a miss. It was 1-2 because that's strike 3. And that'll do it. Harley Dawson gets out of the jam. 1 run does score. It's Morgan Elston. Team Blue takes the early lead.
There are over 480,000 college athletes. Only 2% will go pro. That means over 470,000 will not get a shoe contract. No autographs. No private jets. No fan clubs. No Hall of Fame inductions. Instead, they will walk away with something much more valuable.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Don't you worry, my child. Everything's gonna be just fine. Little darling, you keep on walking, 'cause I ain't never gonna leave your side.
As kids fall in love with sports, our universities are working every day to keep college sports safe, so you can watch them play with a little less worry and a little more joy.
As Division II student athletes, we are committed to being our best.
Division II National SAC is proud to partner with the Sports Science Institute to play a role in the cardiac safety and health of student athletes.
Although many student athletes with heart conditions live healthy, active lives, up to 10 NCAA student athletes die each year of sudden cardiac death during athletic activities.
The facts are that immediate delivery of CPR and AED saves lives, so everyone should be CPR and AED trained. Please join us in this important initiative. Make it yours.
Welcome back here on Cougar Sports TV. Bottom of the first inning. So Team Blue, they got the early run courtesy of Morgan Elston, sliding in apparently safely. I thought she was out. Coach H up here thought she was out, but doesn't matter what we think, right? Umpire ruled her safe. One zero score. HR steps inside the circle here for Team Blue. By the way, it was Paige Vincent who got the scoring started for CSU on that bloop single into right. 1, 2, and 3 hitters for Team Brock and Glover in their red tops. Lindsey Patton, Madeline Parker, and Elise Ambrose. That one off the end of the bat rolled foul there. Emily Holmes guarding third base there for Team Blue. We've got a red outfielder out in right field, by the way. So if there's a ball dropped out in right field, we know that there's some sort of conspiracy going on as Team Red is up at the plate. Kristen Odom out there helping out in right field at this time. One and two the count here with Lindsey Patton up at the plate. One of the new faces here for CSU. Oh, there's a called third strike there. Yeah, this is Lindsey Patton. I was going off of the lineups that were tweeted out, and apparently they just don't even like the lineup order that was originally tweeted out. We got no rules here. Oh, Coach H correcting us with Caitlin Kennedy being activated off the IR list. That's why she was leading off. Well, hey, we got Patton up at the plate now as she fouls it back. But no change in the lineup with Elise Ambrose hitting third. Got no rules here at the ballpark this afternoon. We're just here to have some fun. By the way, a couple of rules that we want to go through as we continue on in this fall series. A pitcher cannot throw more than 3 innings in a game. That is a big caveat to keep in mind. A pitcher can't throw more than 3 innings this afternoon or at any game in this fall series. So if HR is dealing up there inside the circle, well, she can only go a max of 3 innings. Each team, I believe, has 3 pitchers, so the most likely scenario. You could go 3-2-2 or 3-3-1. I believe, if I was hearing correctly, down in the dugout pre-game, Team Brock and Glover, also known as Team Red, were considering going 3-2-2 with their 3 pitchers. We'll see what Coach Durham decides to do. Corbin, Patton, and Head. Full count, 1 down, bases empty. That one off the end of the bat, slowly rolled over to Holmes at third for out number 2. So HR gets a strikeout and a ground out to start inside the circle. Looking to go 1-2-3 for Team Blue. It's Ambrose. Oh, went off speed there, and she was way out in front of that one. Ambrose hit .302 last year for the Cougars, led the team in home runs, the big right-handed power hitter. It's nothing like coming down to BP and watching Elise Ambrose and Hannah Rose Corbin swing away. And now you get to see them in an inter-squad matchup going up against each other right here. Corbin inside the circle, Ambrose at the plate. Pitch outside, 2-1. That one inside, now 3-1. Almost clipped Ambrose there as she just got out of the way. Got a lot of strategy here with this fall series, knowing that your pitchers can only go 3 innings at max. And there's ball 4 as Hannah Rose can't have a clean 1-2-3 inning. If the game does go to a tiebreaker, the pitching rule is a wash. You can cancel that out and throw whomever you like out there. At least that's according to the rules. Got to maintain the batting order. Let's hope they do. And the commission said that there's free subs for base runners as long as they're approved by the commission. The commission is up here in the press box with us. He's got the final say on all these decisions. He has decided to rock a gray shirt up here in the press box to show his non-biased approach to this game. Word on the street was that he had a blue shirt on earlier, and Team Brock and Glover took a little bit of offense to that, and so now he's rocking the gray shirt. Team Red was really excited when they saw me show up to the ballpark wearing a red shirt. I was not thinking this morning when I put my shirts on. But I have a blue mask, so I guess that is okay. I'm still divided down the middle. You know, just like it's 2020. We don't pick blue-red, right? We don't pick sides. We just go right down the middle. 2-0 the count. Runner on first. Oh, Hannah Rose has lost a little bit here. Got a strikeout and a ground out to start, and then she walked Elise on 5 pitches, and now she's quickly behind 3-0. Shorely sitting all the way. Yep, there's ball. Oh, there's a strike. And now Elise got caught in between first and second, and she's somehow safe on second. I think everyone thought that was ball 4. Well, Team Red, lucky to catch a break there with Ambrose not being out, going to second base. There's a strike called, so Hannah Rose battling back here. Behind 3-0, now it's a full count. See what Maddie Dotson has here. It's a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts recorded by Hannah Rose inside the circle. She gets out of it 1-0. It's Team Blue after 1.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
These are your teams, your players, your community of fans. This is where they play, where they practice, where you cheer. At every meet, every event, every game. Your community is passionate, dedicated, supportive. You know the tension of a close game and the thrill of the win. So while you're cheering, keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Top of the second here at Cougar Field, game 1 of our fall series as we wrap practice up in the fall. Just wrapped it up with baseball earlier this week. Had a fun basketball scrimmage yesterday. It was great to be back inside the Lumpkin Center watching our men's basketball team go to work. In case you missed the news on Twitter, they'll be taking on the University of Georgia. Get ready for that one. Headed up to Athens. Laying down the bunt and trying to leg it out, but the out's going to be recorded there at first base. Yeah, that game against Georgia is scheduled for November 25th. That is the day before Thanksgiving. Quite a date right there. All right, back up, top of the lineup, Hannah Rose Corbin. She got an at-bat in the first inning. She'll get another one here. She legged out a single before being recorded out at second on the fielder's choice. 0-1 the count. (1-0) the score. Team Blue, they're at the plate and they're on top here in the top of the second. The 1-1 pitch. Just got underneath that one. See the home plate umpire duck there. He's our only umpire here this afternoon. So he's on duty for all the calls. One and two. Corbin, another grounder on the infield. This time she'll be recorded out. 2 quick outs by Dawson. Well, she was able to hit it to the right spot. Her first time up to leg out a single. This time, though, it goes over to Parker. Kaiser, Parker, Duncan, and Patton. That's the infield for Team Red. Ambrose, Kennedy, and Odom left to right in the outfield. Elston, the on-base machine for CSU, hits it right at the shortstop Parker, and that's a 1-2-3 inning recorded by Harley Dawson. A nice bounce back after the top of the first. It's 1-0. Let's head to the bottom of the second.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Bottom of the second inning as Hannah Rose Corbin getting ready inside the circle. Nice piece of pitching from Harley Dawson in the top of the second. She led the Cougars in ERA last year. Had a 5-3 record with a 2.51 ERA. 61 innings of work. Swing and a miss there. HR ahead in the count here to lead things off in the bottom of the second. That pitch inside. Even count, 2-2. Now, Hannah Rose Corbin had that gruesome leg injury over a year ago. Has made the long trek back from it. It's been awesome to track her progress and see how far she's come in. She's just about back to 100% out there on the field. Been working a lot with our athletic trainer to my right. She grinds back from that injury. I think our athletic trainer has started to come into her own on the scoreboard. Seems as though she's been getting some correct buttons pushed on the full count. She's got the score right up there, so that's pretty much all that matters. Yes, the innings are correct as well. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Grounded over to second base. Pops up on Elston, and she rockets one over to first. A little dicey there, but Elston gets the job done. One down. Brings Grace Kaiser to the plate. Boy, did we ever have some fun miking her up. The players loved hearing what Grace had to say on the mic when we put a mic on her a couple of weeks ago. Oh, sugar. That's what she said all the time. Oh, sugar. I don't know if that's a Southern thing or not. She's from right here in Georgia, from Cumming, Georgia. She's got that Southern charm. Want to know the count? One down, base is empty. Off speed, settles in there for a called strike. She's got her changeup working here this afternoon. That one fouled out of play. One and two, the count. A swing and a miss there as Hannah Rose picks up another strikeout, her third one this afternoon. Again, keep in mind, a pitcher cannot pitch more than 3 innings. That's the rule that has been laid out here as part of this fall series. So all these pitchers will be throwing at least an inning. They'll all be given some PT throughout this series. Ball in the dirt there. We got pitcher on pitcher here as Harley Dawson has stepped up to the plate. We all know that Dawson can run into one. Seen that happen a couple of times in her pinch hit scenarios throughout her time here at CSU. And it's great to see Dawson back here in a Cougar uniform. Had considered moving on with it being her senior season last year, but obviously granted eligibility again for this upcoming season, and she has decided to stick around. And we're glad of it. Just got a piece of that one, 2-2. Well, Team Red, they trail by 1. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Morgan Elston scored in the top of the first inning off an RBI single from Paige Vincent. That's the lone run of this one so far. Dawson ran into that jam in the first, but for the most part got out of it. And Corbin gives up the hit there as it goes into right field for a single for Team Red. I don't know if Patton was going to be able to throw her out, but I don't think she would have tried to throw her own teammate out. Again, you got some collusion out there, right? With Team Red. Harley Dawson looking for a pinch runner. You got free base runners out there, so you can do what you want. Who's come in first? Is that Elise Ambrose going over the first? So Dawson heads back to the dugout. And it brings Duncan to the plate. That one fouled right on top of us here in the press box. Duncan, the transfer from Wabash Valley College up in Linville, Indiana originally. Going all the way down here to Georgia. Big addition to this Cougar squad. It's already been fun to see what she brings, not just to the plate, but inside the circle. Runner on first base, it's Ambrose, 2 down, 1-2 the count. Tried to frame that change up there. Umpire wasn't having it, 2-2. Even count, 2 down. Corbin delivers a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Hannah Rose Corbin inside the circle. So she's gone 2 innings, put up back-to-back zeros. It's 1-0 after 2.
NCAA Teamworks is how the NCAA, member schools, student athletes, and corporate champions and partners actively engage in outreach efforts where national championships are played. Through initiatives such as NCAA Community 101 service learning projects, disaster relief efforts, youth clinics, backpack and school supply donations, and support of Special Olympics and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the NCAA and its partners work together to leave a lasting legacy in the community. For more information on NCAA Teamworks, go to ncaa.com/teamworks.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever.
1-0 our score as we enter the top of the 3rd inning. Team Blue on top. We'll get a chance to see them up at the plate again. Harley Dawson will start her 3rd inning inside the circle, and again, it would be her last unless it goes to extras, as a pitcher cannot throw more than 3 innings here in this fall series. We welcome all those who have joined us here on Cougar Sports TV. They'll finish the series tomorrow. We won't have it live streamed, but I'll be down there on the field grabbing a bunch of highlights and some video, so we'll get some good stuff posted up on our social media accounts. One swing, a fly out towards right field, as Odom is there for out number 1. This time our extra defender from the other team can be found over at second base. It looks like Morgan Elston is the one heading up second base to help Team Red's defense. Catcher KR back up at the plate here for the second time. Paige Vincent on deck. She's got the lone RBI. Drove it in on the RBI single. 1 out, 1-0 pitch. Another pop-up. This time tracking over and making the grab is Parker from her shortstop position. 2 quick outs. Well, ever since the first inning, Harley Dawson has been lights out inside the circle. 3 up, 3 down in the second, and now she's got 2 quick outs here. 6 consecutive outs recorded here by Harley Dawson without letting anyone reach, and she'll have a chance to go 3 up, 3 down once again. Oh, and 1 the count, base is empty, and 2 down. Dawson's pitch just out in front of that one as it goes into foul territory and just out of play there as Elise Ambrose was headed toward the fencing. Well, Paige Vincent tied atop the team lead last season in RBIs through the 23 games that CSU had played. 14 RBIs. Second on the team in hits with 23 of them. She really started to come around for CSU. What could have been for this Cougar squad. They started to turn the corner after a little bit of a rough start. Had a 14-9 overall record. They were dominant here at Cougar Field, 13-3. Going to be a tough play to make. No play to make there, as Kaiser and Parker came together. Infield single there for Team Blue. So Vincent off to a great start here for Team Blue, and it'll be up to Holmes with 2 outs. Holmes had a couple of home runs with 7 RBIs last season for CSU. Quickly behind here to Dawson, 0-2. Well, Dawson trying to finish strong here inside the circle and only give up that 1 run. There was an error that had occurred in the top of the first, by the way, so technically that 1 run would have been unearned. That one popped up. Here's Elston, who comes and makes the grab. Not going to lie, I thought she might have accidentally or purposely dropped that one. Tough play to make, but she charges in, makes the grab to help out Team Red's defense. All right, let's head to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0, Blue on top.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity. While they're focused on success, we're focused on them. Because protecting college athletes doesn't only happen on the field. After the buzzer, it's about healthier student athletes. So we're reforming to meet their needs, investing in groundbreaking research, and changing the conversation around mental health. We're working hard to protect college athletes because prioritizing their well-being creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity. Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes, college sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Bottom of the third, 1-0, Team Blue on top. Where's the offense at, Team Red? See if they can get something started here with Odom up at the plate. Top of the lineup will roll back around. 0-1 the count. Oh, look at this. We've had a switch inside the circle. Some strategy going on for Team Durham. They are looking to maybe save Hannah Rose Corbin for potentially the 7th inning. She's only thrown 2 innings, so Katie took her out. That one right between the wickets of Patton, and Odom's going to be safe at first. Now she's going to head off to second base. So an error on the infield. There's going to be an infield single, but then an error to advance her over to second base on the wild throw as Harris came in. Well, we said it's got to start somewhere, and there it was. Odom, the speedy outfielder for CSU, finds herself over on second base. Runner in scoring position here to start off the bottom of the third for Team Red. That's exactly what they were looking for. Kennedy shows bunt. It's going to be strike 2. Caitlin Kennedy had battled some injuries last season. We've got a switch out there in right field. What, did Team Blue not want Elise out there in right? She heads back to the dugout. They make the switch defensively. 1-2 the count. Kennedy only had 15 appearances last year for CSU, but you know, if you hit 500 in your 15 appearances, I'd say that's pretty decent. A big threat to get on base for CSU, and someone with some speed as well. Just a matter of where you decide to put her inside the lineup in the batting order. At times she had hit in that leadoff spot. Very smart from Vincent there. A wise decision, watching that ball track towards the foul line and letting it go. Otherwise, it could have been disastrous with everyone safe. Strong IQ shown there by Vincent over at first. Count remains 1-2. Patton inside the circle. They have decided to switch pitchers here for this third inning. So Hannah Rose Corbin, keep in mind, she still has the ability to throw one more inning. She can get 3 more out still. It's the first time we get to see Riley Patton inside the circle. That one's not going to trickle foul. It's going to stay fair. 1 out, but it moves Odom up to third. Well, what do we have here? Patton inside the circle and a Patton at the plate. Pitch outside to start. Always fun to see these two go at it. Patton's from Loganville, Georgia. Walnut Grove High. Riley coming way of North Georgia. We know what those pitchers can do up in Dahlonega. Some lights out pitching year after year from North Georgia, one of the perennial powers inside of Division II. Lindsay the younger, Riley the elder. Riley behind here, 2-1. Ball on the outside, just misses. 3-1. So 60 feet away stands Odom, a chance to tie this game up. if Lindsay can find a way to just put it in play. Swing and a miss. That was a big swing. Full count. All right, sisters. Who's going to get the better of the other? Off speed. That one's going to drop in for an RBI single into right field. The younger Patton Lindsay gets the job done and ties this game up at 1 apiece. Just what Team Red was looking for. Bottom of the third, 1-1 our score. And now it brings Elise Ambrose up. As Patton delivers a strike there to start this at bat. This is the fall series before the softball squad wraps their fall practices up. Skied high in the foul territory, and it's just going to drop before the outfield can get to it. All eyes will be on the spring season once 2021 rolls around. I think everyone across the nation and in the world is looking for 2021 to find its way to get 2020 out of sight. But February 7th, scheduled start for our softball team. Already got the schedule up there on our CSUCougars.com website, so go on and check it out. It's going to be quite the season ahead, and keep in mind, totally different circumstances as Ambrose rips one into left field for a single. With conference play and the limited games that some of these teams have in conference tournament, only taking the top 4 teams. I mean, there's a lot of differences out there for this upcoming season. And obviously things will kind of be played on the fly as well, as you'll play everything by ear surrounding the COVID situation. But it just puts an even greater emphasis and importance on every single game that you're playing. The inability to let one slip away or to take a day off. Long gone are those days with a schedule like this. Swing and a miss there, 0-2 the count. Runners on first and second. There is only one out, and Team Red, they're going to make their second defensive substitution here. I guess I should say Team Blue, as the right fielder is just acting out there defensively to help out Team Blue. But Odom heads out there in the right field after she scored for Team Red to tie this game up. Good snag there by KR. So Coach Durham, Hannah Rose was cruising. And this is all part of the strategy, since you can only throw 3 innings here as a pitcher, a max of 3 innings. But Hannah Rose was cruising, and instead of bringing her back out for her third and final inning, she went to Riley Patton. And Patton's given up a run, and now you've got runners on first and second with only one out. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Dodson into right field. Play made there by Odom for the out. Now she's going to throw it all the way over to third. Risky play there, advancing over to third, but it puts runners on the corners here with 2 outs. Big at bat right here as Patton tries to get out of it, with it being a tie game. 1-1 the score, but runners on the corners with 2 down. First pitch. Ambrose over there on first base. Patton over on third. Parker the one at the plate. 2-0 the count. Team Blue cheering on Riley Patton inside the circle. Counts 2-1 now. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Patton's pitch catches some corner there. Evens the count up at 2-2. At this point, I think you just have to get adjusted to the home plate umpire strike zone. Little high and outside. I mean, that's going to be a called third strike if he called the other one. Same spot and same result. Strike called there on Parker as she strikes out looking. Patton gets out of it. 1-1 our score. We're through 3 here in this fall series.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
From court to court and lane to lane under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
It's more than a whistle or a call. We're committed to giving college athletes a fair shot, on and off the field. Covering the full cost of attendance, because college costs go beyond tuition. Keeping dreams on track, regardless of performance or injury. And creating equal opportunities and inclusive environments. It's about respecting college athletes and prioritizing fairness to build a pathway to lifelong opportunity.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
Label me.
We're back here at Cougar Field, getting set to start the top of the 4th inning. It's a 1-1 game after the RBI single from Lindsay Patton off of her sister, tying the game up with Odom scoring. Well, it's all about the strategy here at the ballpark this afternoon in this fall series with some of these rules that the commissioner, Coach H, has thrown out there. And Coach Durham decided to bring in her second pitcher, Patton, instead of letting Hannah Rose Corbin finish her 3rd inning. We'll see if that strategy ends up working out. But as it stands right now, it went against Team Blue as they gave up the run, making it a 1-1 game, giving up their lead. Low scoring affair. Some dominant pitching inside the circle so far. Team Red, they used Harley Dawson all 3 innings to start, so her afternoon is done unless it goes to extras. Her afternoon inside the circle, that is. She'll still carry that bat at the plate. But her afternoon complete inside the circle. Went 3 strong innings. Only 1 run came across the score, but it was an unearned run after the error. Duncan now inside the circle for Team Red, and she starts things off with a strikeout. 1 down. Odom up at the plate here. Tara Odom, that is, with top of the lineup set to come back around for Team Blue. Infield has slowly crept their way in here with Odom up at the plate. Called strike there. She's quickly behind 0-2. Well, we had mentioned the start of the season upcoming in early February. Mark it on your calendars right now, the date February 20th. So you see another strikeout recorded by Duncan there. February 20th, first game here at Cougar Field. They'll be home against Auburn Montgomery. They'll play that entire weekend, Auburn Montgomery on Saturday and then Emmanuel College on Sunday. So February 20th and 21st, the opening games of our softball schedule, the opening home games, that is. 2 strikeouts recorded by Duncan, and now she's got to face the feared hitter in Hannah Rose Corbin. A couple of balls on the infield, though, to start for Hannah Rose. Infield single in the first, and then a ground out to short in the second. Here she is, top of the fourth, chops on foul. That one in the dirt. 2-2 now the count. Hannah Rose only got a couple of at-bats last season. Obviously, overcoming that injury, wasn't able to do much at the plate except in pinch hit scenarios. Although she mashed a big home run. First time up at the plate. 4 total at-bats. A home run, a single, and 3 RBIs. And speaking of home runs and HR, goodbye, a no-doubter. Deep center field as she trots her way across the base paths and puts Team Blue back on top. Got all of that one. Back-to-back strikeouts recorded by Duncan, and then Hannah Rose says, see you later. 2-1. Team Blue. Well, sometimes it doesn't matter what decisions you make as a coach. You just get Hannah Rose up at the plate, and good things can happen. And Coach Durham, well, she's gotten Hannah Rose up at the plate as much as she can because she put her in the leadoff spot. 2 hits, and now one of them being a home run, and the go-ahead home run here in the top of the fourth. That one in the dirt, 1-1 the count. So Harley Dawson, no earned, although 1 came across the score, but no earned in her 3 innings of work. Duncan got off to a great start, back-to-back Ks, but Hannah Rose being Hannah Rose. Count now 3-1 with 2 down and the bases empty. Swing and a miss there. Full count. Elston hit .386 last season for CSU. Led the team. Chops it over to short. Long throw to make to get around, and it's dug out. Nice pick play over there at first base from Patton, and it keeps the score at 2-1. Team Blue on top thanks to a Hannah Rose Corbin solo home run. Let's head to the bottom of the fourth.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
Say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
As Division II student athletes, we are committed to being our best.
Division II National SAC is proud to partner with the Sports Science Institute to play a role in the cardiac safety and health of student athletes.
Although many student athletes with heart conditions live healthy, active lives, up to 10 NCAA student athletes die each year of sudden cardiac death during athletic activities.
The facts are that immediate delivery of CPR and AED saves lives, so everyone should be CPR and AED trained. Please join us in this important initiative. Make it yours.
Choosing the right college can be a challenge. Does it offer degrees?
2-1 our score. Team Blue has taken the lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth here on Cougar Sports TV. Scheduled 7-inning game for those that are just joining us here. It's game 1 of the fall series. We'll have game 2 and then, if necessary, game 3 tomorrow. Won't be broadcasted here on Cougar Sports TV, but I'll be down on the field grabbing some video highlights to help out with our social media. They get Elise Ambrose trotting out there in the right field to help out defensively for Team Blue. First pitch is in here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So Patton came in and gave up a run there, thanks to her sister hitting an RBI single off of her to plate Odom. That tied the game at 1 apiece, but her teammate came right back, Hannah Rose Corbin, and delivered a solo bomb into deep center field, giving them a 2-1 lead. 1-1 the count. Grace Kaiser leading things off here for Team Red. Harley Dawson and Madison Duncan to follow. Catches the outside corner there, 1-2. That pitch misses there, 2-2. Kaiser, only a few appearances last season for the Cougars. She's had herself a nice fall here for CSU. Even count, she'll lead this inning off. Full count. Comes the payoff pitch, and look at Grace Kaiser drawing herself a walk to start this inning. So Team Red trying to immediately respond to the Corbin home run. They've got the leadoff runner over on first. Well, we've already seen one pitcher go deep. Can we see a second one here with Dawson at the plate? Only one at bat last season for CSU. Sorry to inform everyone, no home run was hit for Dawson, but the previous year, she mashed one out. She had 2 home runs in 2019. 12 at-bats, 5 hits. Also those obviously pinch hit scenarios. As she bloops one over to second base as Elston is there. Just got underneath that one. Should just be 1 out for CSU's red team. Runner over on first. That pitch outside. Well, here's the sophomore, Madison Duncan. New face to this Cougar squad. Pitch from Patton misses outside again, 2-0. Looks like it's Odom that's on deck here for the red squad. And then they'll have a chance to turn the lineup. That one off the helmet, though, as Patton loses control of that one. It puts runners on first and second. KR goes out to have a word with Patton there. A precarious situation here with Odom up at the plate. See if maybe she just tries to move the runners up. There is one out. Yeah, she did show a half-hearted bunt there, and it's called strike. Left-handed slap hitter here for CSU at the plate. Kaiser on second, Duncan over on first. And unable to lay it down there as it's going to go foul behind the plate. So now you're behind 0-2. Pretty much got to swing away here if you're Odom. Oh, 2 pitch. That's the ball. 1-2. Odom stays alive here in this at-bat, and it's a big one with runners on first and second here for Team Red. They trail by 1, 2-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Again, scheduled normal 7 innings of play here. Red has been designated the home team in this first game. I believe they're just switching every game, red, blue, red. And a great turnout from our baseball team as they're out there in left field. Maybe at some point we'll get a ball to head out that way. Patton's inside the circle, infield in. 1-2, and it skirts through the hole into right field. Ambrose has a cannon out there, and they're not going to test her out in right. So that loads the bases. Kaiser, Duncan, and Odom. They're on third, second, and first, respectively, and a primetime opportunity here for Team Red to tie this one up or pull into the lead. Falls into the bat of Kennedy, and she just shakes her head there at that called strike. Patton ahead, 0-1, and that one slowly over to Elston. She goes to home plate, gets the force out there. That's a very, very smart play to make there by Elston. Going to be tough to make any sort of double play there, and so she wisely gets the force out at home to ensure no runs coming across. How about the infield defense here this afternoon? They've made some heady plays here for the Cougars on both sides. A chance to get out of a massive jam here. Well, guess what? We've already seen this Patton versus Patton matchup once. And you know who got the better of whom in the bottom of the third inning. Now they face each other for the second time here in the bottom of the fourth. This time the elder desperately needs an out because she's got the bases loaded on her. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss there. Just going for it. Freshman was going for it there. Runners on first, second, and third. 2 down. 1-2 the count. Patton's pitch. Patton looks, and it's a called third strike. That is a huge strikeout recorded there inside the circle as it strands the bases loaded. They had bases loaded with only 1 out, a force out at the plate, and then a called third strike gets him out of the jam. No runs come across. It's still 2-1, Team Blue on top.
Suited to your career goals. Are emerging fields of study more your interest, like cybersecurity, gaming, or environmental science? What about extracurricular activities, such as campus life, study abroad, or honors? Are scholarships and financial assistance available? Columbus State University has always been one of the most affordable colleges in Georgia. Now it's also one of the fastest growing. When you ask the right questions, you'll find out why CSU should be.
Got girls just want to have fun, jamming here on the speakers at Cougar Field. Our own Allie Kerr rocking the music mic here for us. Picking some great selections here this evening as the sun starts to set here at Cougar Field. And Duncan will begin her second inning of work inside the circle. So she got 2 quick outs to open things up in the top of the 4th, and then ran into the bat of Hannah Rose Corbin, who ran the ball over the fence for a solo home run. Team Blue, they're on top 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. Laura Harris will be the one to lead things off here for Team Blue. So Harris, Reynolds, and Vincent. That's the order here in the top of the 5th. 2-0 the count. That one grounded over the third base. Hops up on Kaiser. She's got to make a throw. She's going to be safe. Just the slightest of hesitations there at third, and it allowed Harris to be safe. Now, Team Blue, they get the leadoff runner on the bases, and now Kirsten Reynolds will step up to the plate. Well, Team Red, you might look back at that bottom of the 4th inning as you see Harris take off for second base. Ooh, man, that was close. Safe just in time, I think. Closer than expected there, but that was a great throw behind the plate by Dodson. 1-1 the count. I don't think any of these batters are liking this strike zone as KR is looking at the ump, wondering where that one was. And now, because of that, she'll be behind 1-2. Well, Commissioner H, he's the one who set all the rules and picked the home plate umpire, so there's anyone to blame about the strike zone, I think KR just needs to turn around and look up here in the press box, because Commissioner H, he is definitely the one who has selected this home plate umpire. Hand selected. 1-2 the count. Duncan's pitch ripped into left field for a single. Harris will advance to third, where she will hold up, but it puts runners on the corners here to start for Team Blue. Great piece of hitting there by KR. Got upset falling behind in the count after the call went against her, but she stayed strong at the plate. Puts runners on the corners with no outs. We're in the top of the 5th inning, and Team Blue is on top 2-1. Well, Paige Vincent, she's got a chance to tally up another RBI. She picked up the RBI in the top of the 1st inning on a little flare out in the right field, just over the second baseman's glove. Second baseman here for this inning is Morgan Nelson. She's the one that's helping out Team Red's defense. That one in the dirt. Duncan was over there originally, but she's inside the circle now for Team Red. Strike called there. Nice little turnout of some parents here at Cougar Field. Always fun to see everyone making an appearance, socially distancing as well here. As Vincent looks at a strike on the outside, evens the count up, 2-2. Well, Duncan's got some work to do, but if you're in this scenario, it's a pitch-by-pitch, batter-by-batter approach. And really, you're looking for the big K right here if you're Duncan. 2-2, goes right towards short and hops up at the shortstop Parker. It's going to skirt into left field. A big mistake made by the infield there for Team Red, and Harris will calmly walk across home plate, making it a 3-1 game. So I had a chance to at least get one out there, but a misplay by short over at short, and it's a 3-1 game as that pitch is high to start this at bat. And now Dodson is going to head on out and have a word there with Duncan inside the circle, making sure they're on the same page. They did bring a pinch runner over onto second base as well. So runners over on first and second. And that one is skied high behind the plate, and a nice play made there by Maddie Dodson. So one out with runners on first and second. And that one goes right over to third base, and they're going to have a chance to double them up. Doubled off the bag there. A huge double play recorded for Team Red's defense. They desperately needed that one. But a run does score. It makes it a 3-1 game. Team Blue, they're on top. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th here on Cougar Sports TV.
There are over 480,000 college athletes. Only 2% will go pro. That means over 470,000 will not get a shoe contract. No autographs. No private jets. No fan clubs. No Hall of Fame inductions. Instead, they will walk away with something much more valuable.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Don't you worry, my child. Everything's gonna be just fine. Little darling, you keep on walking, 'cause I ain't never gonna leave your side.
As kids fall in love with sports, our universities are working every day to keep college sports safe, so you can watch them play with a little less worry and a little more joy.
As Division II student athletes, we are committed to being our best.
Bottom of the fifth inning, it's a 3-1 game. Team Blue is on top here at Cougar Field. They've got to get some runs. Outs ticking away down to their final 9 outs here in game 1 of this fall series. So Patton is back out there inside the circle. This means that this would be Patton's final inning of work. She gave up 1 run. Her sister got the better of her at the plate, hitting that RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd, but then she struck her out in the bottom of the 4th with the bases loaded, by the way. That was a rocket of a hit, but an out recorded out there in center field to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. So Red squandered their chance there in the previous inning with the bases loaded. One down here with Maddie Dotson at the plate. I tell you, Dotson has been really impressive this fall. Showcased a lot of pop to her bat. Only had 1 home run last year, although she did come through with 13 RBIs. But she's been really impressive throughout the fall. Team Red could use some of her bat right now. Parker on deck. Dodson at the plate. Fouls that one back. 1-2 now the count. So this will be the final inning of work for Patton, and then Coach Durham will have a decision to make. She'll have 2 innings left, and she's got to throw Lexi Head for at least 1 of them. And she does have the opportunity to come back to Hannah Rose Corbin for another inning of work. That's the strategy she deployed. Let HR throw for 2 and then went to Patton. That one grounded over to first base for out number 2. A nice recovery here by Patton inside the circle after she got herself into a jam. Had the bases loaded with only 1 out in the previous inning. But got a force out at the plate and then a strikeout to get out of it. All right, now bases empty and 2 down. One-0 pitch, hit well into right field, tracking back and making the grab out there for out number 3. As Team Blue gets through another inning of work, still only 1 run on the board for Team Red. All right, folks, we got potentially just 2 more innings. Let's head to the top of the 6th. You're watching Cougar Sports TV.
As Division II student athletes, we are committed to being our best.
Division II National SAC is proud to partner with the Sports Science Institute to play a role in the cardiac safety and health of student athletes.
Although many student athletes with heart conditions live healthy, active lives, Up to 10 NCAA student athletes die each year of sudden cardiac death during athletic activities.
The facts are that immediate delivery of CPR and AED saves lives, so everyone should be CPR and AED trained. Please join us in this important initiative. Make it yours.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieve a lot of the financial burden.
These are your teams, your players, your community of fans. This is where they play, where they practice, where you cheer. At every meet, every event, every game. Your community is passionate, dedicated, supportive. You know the tension of a close game and the thrill of the win. So while you're cheering, keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Top of the sixth inning here at Cougar Field. It's a 3-1 lead for Team Blue. Team Red, well, they've got to keep putting zeros up there on the board to give their hitters a chance here in this one. They're down to their final 6 outs at the plate. Called strike there, 0-2 the count to lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Blue has scored runs in the 1st, 4th, and 5th innings. And a swing and a miss there with the strikeout recorded. Hannah Rose Corbin back up at the plate here, and last time up, set one out of here, deep center field. 1-0 pitch, called strike there, 1-1. Team Red started things off with Dawson inside the circle. Got 3 really strong innings from her. Even though 1 run came across, it was unearned. Then Duncan threw 2 innings. Gave up runs in the 4th and 5th innings. And now they're going with Kennedy inside the circle as that one's hit well up the middle for a base knock. So Hannah Rose has an infield single, a single up the middle, and a home run to center field. 3 for 4 afternoon for HR, no big deal. That's why Cougar fans are so excited for this upcoming season. A fully healthy HR makes a massive difference, not only in this lineup, but inside the circle as well. First pitch here inside on Elston, called strike. Team Blue looking to add to their lead in the top of the 6th inning, 1 out. Kennedy has moved inside the circle here for Team Red. HR on first, Elston at the plate. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Strong cut there from Elston on that pitch that tailed outside. The 1-2, that time she went off speed as Elston fouls it off herself. Two and two. We'll see what Kennedy goes here. She went off speed, hit hard over to third base, and Kaiser's able to get the lead runner out in HR over at second base. Two outs here for Team Blue at the plate. Laura Harris back up here once again. Elston on first. The Cougar World Series. Game 1. Best of 3. It'll be finished tomorrow regardless. They'll play games 2 and 3 if necessary. That pitch called strike, 2-1. Unfortunately, we won't be live streaming the final 2 games tomorrow. Just this game 1 here on Cougar Sports TV, but I'll be down there grabbing some video footage. See if we can get some highlights of the girls up there. 2-1 the count. Or 3-1 that is. Runner over on first base, Elston. Harris looks at ball 4. A 2-out walk, the last thing a pitcher ever wants to issue. Keeps this inning alive. And you definitely don't want to keep it alive for KR coming up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is their 1-1. Team Blue already on top, 3-1. Looking to add to their lead. That one hit hard over the third base. No one is going to be able to make a play as it went off the tip of the glove there of Kaiser at third. Hot shot to third. Tough play to make, but it's going to load the bases now with 2 outs. Well, this could be the at-bat that potentially determines the game, as Vincent has a chance to pretty much put this one out of reach if she can get a hold of one here. Top of the 6th, Team Red, they're down to their final 6 outs, and they're trying to keep it at just a 2-run deficit. Can't afford to give up any here. Kennedy's got to get out of the jam. Pitch misses there, 1-1 the count. So runners on first, second, and third here for Team Blue. And Vincent, the star player so far in this one, already with a couple of RBIs. She's brought home 2 of the 3 runs for Team Blue. Has a chance to make it more, and she's going to. Another RBI, make it 2 RBIs as 2 runs are going to score there. Unable to make a play over there at second base was Duncan as she tried sliding to her left. It just went off the tip of her glove and went behind her, and then unable to get up, and that sets up base running by Team Blue. As 2 more runs come across, making it a 5-1 game, and that is a big at-bat there from Vincent. Having herself a monster evening. Well, that's what happens when you issue a 2-out walk. You know that those can be costly, and it really came around to bite Team Red. Started with that 2-out walk, and then the ball that went off Kaiser's glove. Just some really unfortunate turn of events there for Team Red. Because you have the 2-out walk, and then Kaiser is there, but it goes off her glove. And then Duncan is there, but she can't quite get a hold of it. Oh, that was a called third strike anyways. I don't think anyone realized it or recognized it. Umpire made the call, so 2 runs do score. It's a 5-1 game. Team Red, they got some work to do.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay. Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us.
To intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 5-1 lead now for Team Blue. They plated 2 more runs. Tough play to make for Duncan over there at second base as she dove for the ball. Went off her glove. She couldn't find it. 2 runs came across. Team Blue sees themselves up by 4 runs. Bottom of the 6th inning, so Team Red, they're down to their final 6 outs at the plate. And here we go. Another switch for Team Blue inside the circle, as Lexi Head will step in for Team Blue. Again, you still have 1 inning left, potentially, if you want to bring HR back for 1 inning. But Lexi's got to pitch at least an inning. Again, that's the rule here for this fall series. So Head's got to find a way to get 3 outs. And then we'll see if Coach Durham decides to keep Head out there or if she goes back to Corbin, who still is eligible for 3 more outs. One on one the count. Kaiser fouls that one out of play. So it's Kaiser, Dawson, and Duncan scheduled to be the 1, 2, and 3 hitters here in this 6th inning of work. Got to find a way to get the leadoff batter on base if you're Team Red. Kaiser's in a 2-2 count. And that's a big strikeout recorded there by Head. Well done for Team Blue to start the bottom of the 6th. And it does appear that HR is warming up in the bullpen for CSU. You can see her back there out towards left field with the lights on. As Dawson grounds it over to third base. Holmes, ever reliable over at third, gets out number 2. Head's cruising here inside the circle. 2 quick outs. Pitching has been dominant here for Team Blue this afternoon. Guess I can say now this evening as the sun has almost completely set. The lights on here at Cougar Field. 2 outs, bases empty, down by 4. Duncan, the one at the plate. Odom on deck. That's a called strike right there. Counts 0-2. So Lexi got a strikeout and then grounded Dawson out. And that one over to short for another ground out. How about Lexi Head? That might be the quickest half inning we've had all day. 1, 2, 3 goes Head inside the circle, keeps the lead at 5-1.
NCAA Teamworks is how the NCAA, member schools, student athletes, and corporate champions and partners actively engage in outreach efforts where national championships are played. Through initiatives such as NCAA Community 101 service learning projects, disaster relief efforts, youth clinics, backpack and school supply donations, and support of Special Olympics and the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the NCAA and its partners work together to leave a lasting legacy in the community. For more information on NCAA Teamworks, go to ncaa.com/teamworks.
Here we go. This is it. We enter the 7th inning of play here at Cougar Field. A 5-1 lead for Team Blue, and it's been fun being back here on the mic at Cougar Field. Love being up in the press box, watching our Cougar softball team. Gotten the chance to see a home run here from Hannah Rose Corbin. And then a number of different routes that have been taken here to plate some more runs, especially for Team Blue. They've scored in 3 consecutive innings, looking to make it 4 in a row. That one hit into left field, but Ambrose is there for out number 1. Well, Coach Durham will have some decisions to make entering the bottom of the 7th inning. Her team does have a 4-run advantage. We'll see if she decides to bring Lexi Head back out, or she does have the option if she wants to bring Hannah Rose Corbin for the final 3 outs, as she is still eligible to get 3 more outs. As you see the ground out there, 2 quick outs. So you got options if you're Coach Durham. And this all because she decided to throw Hannah Rose Corbin for just the first 2 innings. Again, a max of 3 innings are allowed for these pitchers. She only went 2 innings, and then Patton went 3. Head went 1, and that was one of the quickest and best innings we've seen so far, as Lexi Head did work inside the circle, a strikeout, 2 other ground outs, and now it leaves the options open heading into the bottom of the 7th. And obviously the options really open with a 4-run advantage. 4-run advantage as it stands, although Corbin's at the plate, but she does ground over to short. So a quick 1-2-3 inning. We have back-to-back really quick innings of work inside the circle from Head and Kennedy. All right, we'll see what Coach Durham decides to do. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Cougar Sports TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity. While they're focused on success, we're focused on them. Because protecting college athletes doesn't only happen on the field. After the buzzer, it's about healthier student athletes. So we're reforming to meet their needs, investing in groundbreaking research, and changing the conversation around mental health. We're working hard to protect college athletes, because prioritizing their well-being creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity. Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools, for nearly 500,000 student athletes, college sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar.
So Coach Durham has decided to bring Lexi Head back out there inside the circle for Team Blue. She had a fantastic 1-2-3 inning there inside the circle, as Blue looks to come away with the win here at Cougar Field to open up their Fall World Series. 3 outs to go to finish things up here. And Odom will lead things off for Team Red, and then the top of the lineup will come back around. So this one's not over yet. I know it's a 4-run advantage, but if Odom can somehow find her way on, then you're bringing up the likes of Kennedy and Patton and Ambrose. We know what they can do at the plate. Looks like Kaiser's slowly making her way out there into right field. Well, here's your opportunity if you're Team Red and Kaiser out there and right. If a ball comes your way and you accidentally lose it in the lights, keep your team alive. Strikeout and a couple of groundouts for Head inside the circle in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see what she can do here in the 7th, as that one's fouled behind us and out of play. 5-1, Blue is on top, down to the final 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. We saw a lead like this actually in the Baseball World Series earlier this week, and one of the teams came back in the bottom of the 9th. Got all the way within having the lead run at the plate, but couldn't quite finish the deal. They came away, one of the teams came away with a save. But things got really interesting despite the big lead. See if Odom can make things interesting here, if she can at least find a way on the base paths. Even count, 2-2. Two and two count. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Head inside the circle, Odom at the plate. There's the pitch, and it's hit through the hole into center field. Harris dove right underneath her glove, and that was exactly what Team Red was looking for. Leadoff runner on the base paths, and immediately Coach Durham heads out of the dugout. And it looks like she's going to pull ahead for Hannah Rose Corbin. Well, tough play to make for Harris, as that was a nice piece of hitting from Odom at the plate. They'll give Hannah Rose Corbin a couple of pitches here, and we'll get a chance to get back underway. We'll keep it right here on Cougar Sports TV. So 5-1 is the score. Team Blue, they're on top by 4. Bottom of the 7th inning. They need 3 outs. Odom got on first base with a single. But the top of the lineup has come back around. I think that's what the big key is here. And I think that's why Coach Durham has decided to go back to Hannah Rose Corbin inside the circle. Not just one of the best pitchers on this squad, but honestly one of the best pitchers in the entire nation. One of the most dominant and hardest throwing pitchers inside the circle that you'll find across all of Division II. Couple of throws there by Hannah Rose, and she's already ready to rock and roll inside the circle. Well, you can hear the song jamming out there on the speakers. I think everyone's ready for the weekend. We're all ready for the weekend. And right now, Team Blue, well, they're 3 outs away from not quite their weekend starting, because they do have potentially a doubleheader tomorrow, but, you know, close enough. The weekend starting for many others, those that might be watching. All right, so we've got the top of the lineup back around. 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Kennedy, Patton, and Ambrose. Odom over on first. No outs. 4-run deficit for Team Red. Look, I'm just the broadcaster. I don't have a bias, but I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind seeing Kennedy reach the base paths just to make things interesting here. But she's going to head back to the dugout after a half-hearted swing there. 3-pitch strikeout by Hannah Rose Corbin. So up steps Patton. Ambrose on deck. If they can get to her, Dodson right behind her. 1-1 the count. 1 down, Odom on first. A 4-run lead here for Team Blue in the bottom of the 7th. They're looking for just 2 more outs. And Coach Durham has decided to bring Hannah Rose back out. She only went 2 innings. For those that have been watching or just joining us, there's a max of 3 innings that you can throw as a pitcher here in this Fall World Series. Hannah Rose only went the 1st and 2nd innings. Then Patton went the next 3. Head came in for an inning, and then she gave up that single to Odom, and Durham decided to go back to Corbin here. Corbin pitched threw a 3-pitch strikeout to Kennedy, and now it's a 2-2 count. Makes it a full count. Yeah, honestly, I've seen that pitch called pretty much all evening, even though it is a ball. Thought we were going to get another called 3rd strike there. But here comes the payoff pitch. Odom on first. Corbin delivers. Oh, that's way outside. Great at-bat, or plate appearance there by Patton. And she'll head over to first base. So here we go. Runners on first and second. Only 1 out. Ambrose, you know what she can do if she runs into one. Well, this is the matchup everyone wants to see. Corbin versus Ambrose. Oh, a off speed there, and she just couldn't get enough of that one. She went change up, and Ambrose just not enough of that one. She flies out to left field. Just a tick out in front. Boy, that one was right there for the taking. That was down the middle. I think so many of these batters are so used to how hard Corbin can throw it that you're trying to get out in front of one. And when she goes off speed, it just makes it that much more difficult. 2 down. Team Blue just needs one final out to take a 1-0 series lead in this best of 3. One pitch, misses there, 2-1. Two-one pitch, misses again, 3-1. Corbin has missed outside a couple times here. Both to Patton and now Dodson. Let's see the eye at the plate here from Dodson in this 3-1 count. Foul that one back. Full count. We watched Patton draw herself a walk on a full count pitch 2 batters ago. See if Dodson can potentially do the same, and that would load the bases, bringing the tying run to the plate. 3-2, payoff pitch. That's going to be fouled out in the right field. It's a nice piece of hitting there by Dodson to stay alive. We'll do it again. 3-2 count, 2 down, 2-1. Dodson inside on her. That's going to be ball 4, and here comes the tying run to the plate. Here we go. Madeline Parker. She'll be the one at the plate. As they bring Grace Kaiser back in because she'll be the one on deck. Team Blue came into this inning with a 4-run advantage. Lexi Head gave up the leadoff single. And Hannah Rose Corbin then picked up a strikeout, but she's issued 2 walks. That one hit well into left field, and going back and making the grab out there is Odom to save the day for Team Blue. Things got dicey. Tying run came to the plate, but Hannah Rose Corbin gets the final 3 outs, and they can jump around and celebrate here with a 5-1 win in Game 1. Paige Vincent picked up a number of RBIs in this one, had 2 of the first 3 RBIs, and then picked up 2 more. What an evening she had at the plate for Team Blue, and their pitching, for the most part, was lights out as well. Well, that's going to wrap things up for us here at Cougar Field, and it's been fun to be back here on Cougar Sports TV calling some softball. 5-1, Team Blue. They take a 1-0 lead in the series. We'll have games 2 and 3 tomorrow, but we won't be here on Cougar Sports TV. We'll try to keep you up to date on the social media of all the happenings. But right now it's Team Blue with a 1-0 series lead. For our commissioner, Coach H, our athletic trainer, Tanika Colvin, our cameraman / DJ, Ali Kerr, I'm Corey Aldis signing off. 5-1, Team Blue. They take a 1-0 lead. Y'all have a great weekend and stay safe.